DIY project. I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this eucalyptus leaf flower garland for Rosie's nursery. And I'm also going to be showing you bits and pieces of her nursery. I'll do the final review in a little bit, but I wanted to show you some of the pieces we've gotten recently. We got this crib from Target that a lot of you guys have asked about, and I absolutely love it because I love the natural wood bars. And I think it just goes so great with any color scheme you have going on with your nursery. And then we also got this floral crib sheet, which I love because it kind of goes along with the floral, girly, whimsical theme we had. And then in the corner we have this cloud mobile, which probably is Rosie's favorite piece. She thinks it's so funny, and anytime she's sad, I just take her to the corner and she like hits it and plays with it. So she loves that. But I feel like this flower garland kind of ties everything in together and kind of completes the nursery. You can also do lots of things with this flower garland. I'm excited to hang it above dessert tables for parties I have. You can also take off the flowers and just use the eucalyptus leaf, which I think would be really pretty above doorways for Christmas. So you can do lots of things with it, and I hope you guys enjoy this DIY. Let me know in the comments if you end up recreating it. For this project, you need a hot glue gun and scissors that can cut fabric well, specifically fabric scissors if you have them, and then felt for the flowers. For the first flower, I used cream and gray felt, but you can use any colors you want. For the petals, I found it was most helpful if you cut the fabric into strips and then into rectangles and doubled up the rectangles and then cut out the petals from there. You can do any shape you want, but this was kind of the shape I did, and each one was kind of different, but it will all look the same once it's on the flower. To make the center of the flower, you're going to cut the gray fabric into a big square, and from there you'll cut it into a lot of little strips. You'll just need as many strips as you are doing in flowers. And from there, you'll cut the strips into tiny little fringe pieces, or I don't even know what to call it, but you'll basically just cut little strips almost to the end. Next, you'll cut out a circle, and it honestly doesn't matter how big it is. The bigger you do it, the bigger the center of your flower will be. And then you'll fold it like this. Once you have it folded like that, you can put glue in the center and hold it shut to make that shape. And then you'll line your fringe piece with hot glue and wrap it around the circle you just made. And I found it was easiest if you did half at a time, just so it didn't dry out. And then once you're done, you can fray out the pieces and you'll have the center of your flower. Once you have the center done, you can start gluing on the petals. So I just put a little dab of hot glue on the end and push the petal on like that. And I just keep doing that all the way around. You can start with 5 and it looks like this. Or you can keep going and do 4 more in between the blank spaces and it'll look like this. Now for the leaves, you're just going to need a bunch of green fabric, and we'll be cutting 3 different shapes of leaves. So I found it was easiest if you cut it into big strips and then cut that into rectangles of all different sizes, and then cut the leaves out of the rectangles. I don't know how many leaves you'll need because it just depends on the length of your garland, but it's definitely a lot of leaves, so you'll want a good show to watch while you're doing this. Then to make the leaves look more real, you're going to put a strip of hot glue on the bottom third of the leaf, and you'll fold the bottom in half and hold it down until the hot glue dries. And I found it's really helpful if you hold the ends between your fingers while it dries so you can keep working on others, and then it makes it go by a little bit faster. When you're done, your leaves should look something like this, and then you're going to apply a strip of hot glue to the bottom of the leaf, and you're going to press it into the bottom of a strip of felt. This strip can be as long as you want your garland to be, or you can connect strips in the end, which is what I did. And you'll just continue to glue on the leaves as you go. And I would kind of wrap this strip of felt around each section of leaves to hold it together. As you're gluing them on, just make sure you're doing them all different directions. So have like 2 to the left, then 1 to the right, and then 1 to the left, and then 2 to the right, or however you want to do it, but just try to mix it up as much as possible. When you're done, if you had more than 1 strip of felt, you can connect them just by doing hot glue and pressing them together. And I had the leaves on each garland facing the opposite direction so that when I hung it, the ends of the garland would have leaves facing the same direction. From there you can glue on your flowers, and I knew I was hanging mine from the window, so in each corner I wanted to have 3 flowers, and then the rest I just spaced out randomly. Another option for the flowers is to make these cute ranunculus, and for these you'll just need one color for each flower. And to start, you'll just make that same center that we did for the other flower, and it's basically just that X shape, and each side of the X is a bubble or a little loop. And you'll hot glue that together. Once you have that, you'll have a bunch of different circles cut out in all different sizes. You can start with the smallest and just do a half circle of hot glue on the bottom and glue it on. From there, you can just keep doing that over and over again until you have as many petals as you want. And I would kind of gradually go up in size, although I have seen it done where you just use the same size the whole time. So you can do it however you want, but it ends up looking like this. I'm not gonna lie, this is a really time-consuming DIY project, and I really enjoyed doing this, and I love how it turned out. So I hope you guys like it, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day, everyone.